One.
Wait, why did it say this meeting's being recorded?
5.
We're live. Wait, I got to continue. I got to get the box off.
Live.
Oh, Zoom.
Live.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Inside Another Podcast. I'm your host, Ronnie from New Jersey. And with me tonight, it's a beautiful night. It's a little bit of a happy hour type of night. We're taking one man away from his Verdansk.
It's 11 o'clock at night. You're calling this a happy hour?
Well, I'm
Is that
happy.
what you just did?
Are you not happy?
I could be happier.
Folks, he's here in the flesh, all of it. A lot of flesh it is, folks. Philly Booking has joined us. He's back in action, and always behind the glass, or I should say in his Yankee shrine room, Jeremy, the producer. Deuce, what's cooking, buddy? How we doing?
And coming off a long day, we got to do this podcast remotely, which sucks because I could have wished we could have been in HQ, but you know,
little scheduling conflicts all the way around. We figured if we're going to do it from home, we might as well bring Philly Booking in to get a little perspective on how great my second round of the year was. Bringing him in for that only. But no, folks,
Thanks,
as always, this episode is brought to you by Golficity. And if you like it, you know, I'm not going to ask you to subscribe. You know what to do. If you like it, subscribe. Okay, great. And don't forget, folks, to call in. If you got any questions for us, if you want to interact with the show at all, we're going to play your calls as we always do on the air. 732-374-3925. Be sure to mark it down. Give us a call whenever it's a voicemail. Go straight to voicemail. Real nice. Leave your name. Leave where you're from. Give us a question. Tell us what you think about what we're talking about. And we'll go from there. I know it's taken about a day to process. So anybody who called today, which is Tuesday, I know a few people called today. We're going to get them tomorrow, and they'll be on next week's episode. Anyway, so Deuce, so we're obviously at home. We're not in the studio. You know, Golficity guys were, they had the studio booked. We couldn't get up there, and now we're here in the basement. What are you going to do, right?
what are you going to do is correct. I believe we got some stories. We got some – what do we got?
We got a couple recaps. Let's just jump right in with that. So
What am I here for again?
You're here for verification. You're going to be fine.
Speak when spoken to. All right? That's what you're here for. First of all, can we talk about your bedroom there, your office?
What's wrong with my office?
Your dry cleaning hanging on the wall. I mean, not for nothing. You can't put it in the closet. You got to hang it on the door.
Listen, this is where I get
Like
the
a
call where anyone else but you calls me and says, dude, it's 80 degrees out and sunny. Want to play golf? And I take this off. I put that on and I walk out the door.
Oh, so it's
You don't have any golf stuff anymore because you don't play anymore.
I don't play anymore,
Yeah.
but when I do, I'm lights out. Can you talk about that? Can you tell the folks at home, was I full of shit or did I really play well? How do you assess my game from an outside point of view?
I don't even remember
Oh,
playing.
you're an asshole. You're such an asshole.
You played well. You played as well as you should play for as much as you play or have played in the past. And how many clubs you've gone through. And you played Ronnie golf. You played mid-80s golf.
Wow.
What do you want? I'm asking you. You lost the tournament.
You're right.
You choked on 17 and 18. What are we talking about here?
I did choke.
All right, you played well until you needed to play well.
Yeah, listen, I got a couple of comments. Let me ask you this. So on 17, just a little quick recap of the tournament, the men being men, the Masters. Was it the No, it was the Masters, right?
It was the Open. It was the U.S. Open.
No, it wasn't. That's what's coming up in a couple of weeks, the U.S. Open. Everyone's
wearing this was the Shooter
green
McGavin.
Jacket. Shooter McGavin.
Gold jacket,
gold
jacket.
I
had. I should have hung that up in the back.
You should have hung that up, yeah. But anyway, so 17, I aired up my score like an asshole on the 17 tee box, waiting to tee off. Realized all I needed to do was par for a 79. Big mistake, huge mistake. Everybody gave me shit in the comments for it. They're like, come on, Ronnie, you know better than that. And I did. I should have known better than that. That was a disaster. But what happened on 17 tee box, I yanked my drive, which was crazy because I hadn't been even teeing off with my driver all day. I've been using my hybrid off the tee box, smoking them 225 right down the fairway, coming into the greens with just darts, two putting and just parring up the day, just pars all over the place. It was raining pars.
One-handed putter was there, I have to say.
It was working, right?
It was there.
And someone learned how to chip. Could you at least give my man Keith, what's his name, Keith Jarvis, a little props? My coach there, chipping was working, right?
Yeah, you praised his name every time you chipped.
Oh, you're an asshole. But I did.
You
but
did.
I did. So anyway, 17 tee box. I pulled the driver out for absolutely no reason whatsoever because it was definitely a hybrid 8-iron into the green. So I should never have pulled it out the bag, but I did. And I yanked it hard. Pressure got to me. And I hit a tree dead smack in the middle of the trunk. And that ball ricocheted towards the fairway, right? So we thought we could find it. But people in the comments are ripping me up here. I'm not supposed to take a drop there. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to go to the tree and go 2 club lengths in? How come you didn't actually
what are you talking about? Here? What are you talking about?
What should I have done? Did I play it right? Just
did
randomly?
Did you find your ball?
No.
Then you go back to the tee box and you hit another one, 3 off the tee. I didn't know you couldn't find your ball. I was on the green just waiting for you. I didn't know you were doing.
So full of shit.
I was.
Everybody was helping me look for the ball.
Everybody? I don't help you look for the ball.
I had the whole tournament on the line, bro. What are you talking about?
I wasn't looking. I wasn't looking for your ball there. I remember where I was. I was on the green looking back going, what is he doing? That's what I was doing. I thought you were just concentrating and taking your time. I didn't know you were looking for your ball.
I just dropped the ball.
You just took a drop where you thought it would be?
In the rough like an asshole and then duffed 2 of them.
Well, that was one thing about that course I have to say is multiple times people were losing their ball that were in play and just couldn't find them.
The rough was out of control. Like it was the ball just disappeared and it was bullshit. You know, when that happens, it's like, come on, you should at least be able to find the ball. It wasn't it wasn't like the end of the season. It was like prime time. It was like those rough should have been cut so you can at least find the ball. I mean, it was hard.
In the rule book, Robbie's got a 2-minute rule for looking for your ball. And then
that was one of the other comments was busting my balls about slow play, which we're going to talk about here in a minute. But it was not slow play because we were a threesome. We were like at least 2 holes ahead of the group behind us. So it wasn't like, I was really holding anybody up looking for my ball. But
no, I know, but there's still you're still on the clock when you're looking for your ball. But he does have it stated in the rule book that if you can't find your ball, you can take a penalty. Instead of an unplayable, he quoted an unfindable ball. So it's his rules, his tournament. So what you did was correct as long as you took the penalty.
I did. I took the penalty, but then the question becomes, do I just drop it right in the rough where I last saw it hit the tree? Or am I allowed to take 2 club lengths from where I
think it's just a drop from where you think it was,
which was in the rough, which I then duffed a 5-iron that I wanted to just run up the fairway, flubbed it 5 feet, flubbed it again 5 feet.
That's when it was over. Your tournament.
Oh my tournament was over when I took the drop because I had to go par for a 79. And I didn't feel like an 80 or an 81 was going to win, which it didn't.
79 would have won because there was a. What was your handicap that round?
That was in there, and that's
when I was playing generous handicap.
I was playing at a 15. The guy who won was playing at a 14, and he shot a 79. So I would have won by a stroke had I have not choked the chicken so goddamn hard on 17. But then you got a call. You got a work call. You got to go play.
I left on 18. I didn't even get to play the 18th hole. I wasn't in contention, and I liked that par 3 going into the clubhouse.
I hate it. It's like, what do you end with a par 3?
And I go to the clubhouse and take out
with a
my
long
laptop.
par 4. Yeah, and you worked from the clubhouse. You went to work. Well, that was good. That was good.
Didn't even close the deal. Could have played 18.
Oh, you didn't close the deal?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. But anyway, some of the comments from last week's episode. It says, "Bro, you don't drop on a lost ball. You hit it again from the last spot you played. Oh my God, DQ'd."
But he doesn't understand. I mean, whoever that donkey is
Mr. Zucchinator.
We're following rules of a tournament that someone makes the rules for.
And then Nike J24 said, "Definitely need a full analysis of your tournament next week, and the vlog might be sweet." Also, Ronnie, doesn't New Era make a bigger hat? Poor Stitches are crying. You're fucking with my hat. I mean, I thought that was funny. I started cracking up when I read that shit. That was actually pretty good. Fucking Nike, Jackass. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. By the way, my hair is super long. That's why my hats are a little tight right now. Okay, deal with it. Our boy George Pyle said, "Great job, Ron. Glad to see you back, Deuce. Good job holding down the fort the last few crazy weeks. You killed it. Good job, Deuce. Way to go. Your boy George gave you a shout out there. KC loves golf. Great to see Ronnie back. Great show today, boys. Keep it up. The Legion stuff is legit. Yes, it is. Never add up your score when you're shooting. If you're doing well, come on, man. You should know that. Still great round, though. Thanks, Mr. Mark Vincent. Ronnie, you needed to go reload from the tee box. No drop. You can't find your ball. You just as well went OB. Yeah. Well, rules of the tournament state. You could do that. So we've clarified that already. Guys, I agree with the USGA ruling. But at an amateur country club event, you spend time looking, drop, take a stroke, move on.
All these are moot points because it's Robbie's got his own rules.
Right, he's got his own rules. Right, that's not the sign to keep the putter. No 3 pieces. He goes, yeah. So George, no, because I even said last week that when I was about to go play the other day, I was going to pull out a different putter, and he goes, if that's not a sign to keep the putter, yeah, no 3 putts. You'd be crazy if you change a putter out of your bag, and I think he's right, my man George, with another comment there. But
have we found our clubs? Are we sticking with them for the season?
Yeah, we're done.
We're done.
I
could have sworn I talked to you last week and you were buying a set of clubs. I could have sworn that was you.
It was me.
Okay.
It was me.
And where are those clubs going?
They are on their way. They're being
where are they
shipped.
going when they get to you? Where they go? They're not going in the bag.
Right in the bag, and then the set is
so
complete.
The answer is no. Then.
Well, you said. Well, I mean, when you said clubs, I'm thinking irons. The irons are staying.
So what's coming?
2 custom wedges, bro. They are custom. So Jeremy,
you quoted,
so
and I forget what time it was. You said you were throwing darts after you're smacking hybrids down the fairway, 225, and then throwing darts.
I was throwing 987 darts.
Not wedge
irons.
darts.
No wedge darts. Well,
what do you chip with from Keith and chip really well with right now? What do you chip with?
I was chipping with my Cleveland RTX 56 degree.
Staying?
No, it's getting.
Get the one out. Get it out. You play good. Get it out. Got it.
Correct.
Good.
I went with a 50. I stayed with Cleveland RTX. I went with the 54 and a 58. I went with the high bounce 58, and I went with the low bounce 54. I need a 100-yard club. The 56, I wasn't confident with it. I want to be able to hit a 3/4 smooth stroke with the fucking from a fairway.
You got to do what I did. You got to get the 54 bent to a 56. You got to bend clubs. You got to bend.
I got a
degrees.
54 and a 58, and that completes my set. I'm staying with the Cleveland putter.
I keep forgetting to count your clubs when we get there. You got to have 26 clubs.
I most certainly do not.
You got to forget to take some out sometimes.
Cleveland putter, Cleveland 58, Cleveland 54. Callaway Apex Pro.
You got to put a finger up when you count them. You skipped a finger.
No, I didn't skip a finger.
Yes, you
did. Cleveland putter.
Go ahead.
58,
yep.
Cleveland. 54, Cleveland. Yep. Callaway Apex Pro gap wedge, pitching wedge. 9-8. Callaway Apex 765. Apex Pro 4. Hybrid Mizuno. Ping 3-wood. Driver Mizuno. 14 clubs, pal.
Okay.
The 4-iron, I just put it in there for shits and giggles in case I'm in trouble and I want to kind of keep it low. But I'm not swinging that 4-iron for shit. That 4-iron is strictly as a rescue club. As a rescue club. I was playing without a 4-iron, so I was actually playing with 13 most of the time. But then I realized I spent so much goddamn money on that custom 4-iron, I might as well put it back in the bag. So I did. So Jeremy, what I did was when we got fitted for the wedges with the Mizunos, the Project X LZ 6.0 was the shaft that was fitted for me for those Mizuno wedges. I put that in the custom Cleveland RTX. They're black. I got gold. I got gold paint inside them, real nice, and I got carbon fiber on the outside. They look fucking sexy with the black putter with the gold fade. I am Cleveland at the bottom, Mizuno at the top, and Callaway in the middle. The kid is fucking ready. And I went to my Big Mac's bag, bro. I love that. I'm loving that bag, by the way.
How many Big Macs in your bag? What did you say?
You're an asshole. It was good though. It was quick. Sometimes even the bad ones are funny when they're quick. But anyway, so yeah, folks. So that's what's in the bag right now. We're gonna we gotta get together. We gotta do a what's in the bag so I can get into that and get deep into it.
I gotta add a
do
club.
That, Jeremy. Put that on the calendar, please. We gotta do that.
I got 13 in the bag. I just realized.
Well, you used to go 2 hybrids, and you took one of those hybrids out. So there's your extra club.
I'm trying to think of what I would need though.
You would need a lot. You would need a new driver
I got
after I saw you driving the way you did.
I got nothing. I got nothing to say.
You got nothing to say.
I found it. I lost it. I found it. I want to snap this club, and then I want to make love to it. I played today. I played Rock Spring today.
Oh, how'd you do? What's our spot? I like Rock Spring.
On. Driver on.
Was it in good shape, the course?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. The greens were just sandy. I don't know why. Talk to your boy.
We got to find out. We got to get
That
Brandon
Chris?
on the horn.
Brandon?
Chris is the manager. Brandon's the groundskeeper, right, Jeremy?
Yeah, Chris is the manager.
I just don't think $79 for a round is fair.
Oh, that's just not
We're
fair.
in West Orange in New Jersey.
It's like, come on. It's a nice course, but
I can go play World Tour in South Carolina for $37 in season. Like, I don't get it. Like, I get trying to make your money back. I'm not trying to get into that right now, but it's just like that's a dinner. That's a dinner.
Well, it's not a dinner for you. I mean, stop.
It's a dinner. It's a kid's
dinner for a normal
dinner.
family. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. I think some of the prices are a little too high for golf.
What club do I need to add though? I'm trying to think of the distance that I'm missing. Like I don't ever.
Well, you need a new 3-wood. Your 3-wood shit.
It's
You're
smacks
the
though.
hybrid.
But that's the thing is I never use it. I only use it in certain instances. If I'm 230 to 250 and I want to go for it, I'm using it. But most of the time I'm not going for it.
You never do it. Yeah.
I'll hit the 210 shot, 200 shot, and chip.
Jeremy, how's your bag? You're full 14 clubs?
Yeah, I'm like 13. I checked the other day.
But he only uses 3. He goes driver, pitching wedge, putter.
Yeah.
Usually, and that's actually a pretty good segue into the work outing that we had after we shot last week's episode that everybody we shot last Monday morning, right? We told a couple stories. We jumped out. We jumped in the car. We drove down to Galloping Hill, and we played in an event that Philly couldn't make it to. So Jeremy took his seat. And we were playing. I mean, we were granted we were playing with we were hindered a little bit. We had we were carrying 2 other players with us. It was just no. Billy and my buddy Chris. They aren't much of the golfers. I mean, they're
Chris Williams.
Yeah. You know Chris. Yeah. First time he's played golf in probably about 15 years. Wasn't actually bad. I was actually kind of surprised, right, Jeremy? He was actually making pretty good contact with the ball. Like, if he actually gets into it, he's gonna be pretty decent, right?
Yeah. He was hitting the ball fairly straight.
Very, very straight. I was shocked. I thought he was gonna be all over the fucking map.
But that's the theory. I mean, when you your first time out, you said you played well. Your second time, you're not
91 at Shaka Maxon.
Because once you start, if you actually play more this year, the more you play, if I know you well enough, you're gonna start to think, and then shit's gonna fall apart, and then you're gonna buy a club. I'm just telling you, the first round out, you're not thinking. You're just like, we'll see how it happens. I'll just play. It's not, the mental's not there.
No,
then July hits and you're like, I broke 80 twice this year. Yeah, and you're shooting a 97. And that's
not
how
this year, pal.
But what'd you do at Galloping Hill? What was the outcome there?
We ended up shooting a 10 under, 62. right? It was scramble action, right? It was just me and Jeremy basically just towing the line. I was working on 3-wood. I was really trying to work on the 3-wood. So I was just teeing off with the 3-wood, trying to put us in a good spot. And then Jeremy would just hit away like a monster because we were playing from the white tee. So my 3-wood was putting us like wedges out anyway. So it really wasn't that big of a difference. He was literally going for the green on every hole and making it a whole bunch of times. So we ended up with a 62. Your boy got closest to the pin on hole 3, right?
Hole 5.
5?
Third hole for
us.
Oh,
we didn't start on 1. Right. We started on 4. So it was actually technically hole 7, wasn't it?
It's hole 5.
Okay, so you played there before. It's your spot. Hole
What's
5.
Hole 5.
Hole 5 is the par 3 up the hill. It looks like it's only a pitch and wedge, but it's really like a 9-iron.
I know you're talking about over the
really
bridge and
up
then
the hill.
and up.
Yep,
and the
over
big backstop hill on the back.
Yes. I cranked when I was like 5 feet from the cup.
Where was the pin there? Was it front left?
Back right.
Oh, on a tier.
Yeah, back right up on the tier, and I smoked it. I mean, it was a beautiful shot. Stuck it, 5 feet, like 2 inches from the cup. It held up, so I won the closest to the pin. And actually, this is what I won for closest to the pin, folks. And if you were with me from the very beginning, episode 2, I think, or episode 3, I did from the PGA show. And one of the things on my list of wants after the PGA show was a wingman. The GPS speaker from Bushnell. Philly, wait till you see this thing. It magnetizes to the cart. It's a loudspeaker, and it's got a little remote control that goes in your pocket. You could lower the music, mute it when you're about to swing real nice from the tee box. And also you can hit another button, and it tells you exactly how far you are from the back, middle, front of the green, and also from hazards. So it's a GPS wingman. I'm super excited to get that.
Why would I like that?
Well, you used to because you don't like when I play music when we play on the course.
I don't like when any music plays on the course.
Right. But because I have the remote control in my pocket, I can mute it before you swing.
You won't, though.
I will. For you, I won't. No.
I asked you to lower one time. I think you said, go fuck yourself.
I did say go fuck yourself, but I actually made it louder. I made it loud. I did. So that's what I want for closest to the pin. Now that brings me to Jeremy. So we come around. Now check this out. So on the last hole of the day
that we played,
we ended on the longest drive. Galloping hill, the drop, the big drop with the straightaway. It's that huge drop.
Hole 4.
Hole 3.
3. Yes, lake on the right side.
Left side.
I know what you're talking about.
Anyway,
before the short par 4.
Yes.
We get up there to the tee box, right? And there's some guys that are finishing up behind us, and we're waiting. You know, they're and we're just talking shit. You know, we're talking shit, right?
Naturally.
That the guy ahead of us actually was out there with a camera, like trying to measure to see if he got the longest drive, and he did. So he moved the stake, he filled it in, and we're literally yelling, "Don't even bother, buddy. We're going to be so far past that, it's not even funny."
And you ended on it, so that's good. So if you win.
Or exactly. All we had to do was get it past that stake, and we know that we're good. Now, obviously, the rules of the longest drive is that it's got to be in the fairway, right?
Right.
Yeah, you're about to say something, Jeremy, again.
Yeah, they took like 10 minutes to figure it out.
It was delaying the inevitable of you guys teeing off last. Yeah.
Right. So, and that's why the group behind us that had just finished their last hole, they started on the longest drive. They hear us talking all this shit. So we had a little gallery behind us now. All these guys this foursome is standing behind us watching us tee off on this hole, right? And we're talking all this shit. And I get up there and I pull out my driver. Now, I had been hitting the 3-wood all day, so I pulled the driver out. And I just fucking shanked one. I tried swinging out of my shoes. This is the same hole that I won the longest drive with my 3-wood when I didn't know that it was the longest drive hole. And anyway, so I was actually 10, 15 yards ahead of the longest drive, but I was in the other fairway to the right. Yeah. I had sliced it, which is weird because my miss usually goes left. But anyway, that's what you get for trying to swing out of your shoes. And then Jeremy comes up.
Half swing.
And he's feeling it. He's rocking. He's rocking. He's doing like the longest drive swing. He's getting ready for this, right? He's ready. He's ready to blast
the straight leg stagger. Fucking
yeah. He gets up, and when I tell you the sound the ball made when his club hit it was like the ball was screaming, "Ow!" It was a smash. The guys that were watching us went, "Holy shit, bro." 360-yard drive down the hill.
360.
360, right?
So 300, 300.
It was 350, 351.
But I'm saying you probably get the 50 with the hill the slope is.
The slope is huge. It's a
60,
huge drop.
70.
351-yard drive, bro. He's literally 3 feet off the fairway to the right.
Oh no, that was
Bro.
not how I thought that story was gonna end.
I know. I actually took out the shooter. He was 90 fucking yards ahead of the longest drive guy. The guy that won the longest drive, Jeremy's ball was 90 yards ahead of it.
I'm leaving. Oh, you're leaving anyway. You bogeyed. You bogeyed, Jeremy? Because
Oh no, we birdied the hole.
I guess scramble. Okay.
We scrambled, yeah. We scrambled it good, but it was 3 feet off the fairway, so it did not qualify. But he was 90 fucking yards ahead. It was insane.
And then Ronnie yells to the group in front of us. He yells, 3 feet to the left, and you would have a problem.
Oh man, it was.
You know, brutal. I had when you don't know it's the longest drive, it helps. I had the longest drive of the tournament. I had no idea that was one of the longest drives I've hit. That was over 300.
Yeah,
as well.
It messes with your mind. I mean, that's why
324 was that drive.
When you know you got to hit out, you win a car for a hole in one. You're not coming close to that.
Yeah.
When you have the longest drive, you're not.
There's no way I would have. If I knew that was the longest drive, there's no way I would have won it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that same exact tournament.
Wasn't it 17? It was 17. It was the hole that you hit because. You were looking for your ball while I was in the fairway signing my name.
Right. Yes. Yeah, that was the hole. The hole you came back to the cart and goes, I just had the best shot of the day.
Best shot of the day.
Yeah, it was sick.
But
Jeremy unfortunately did not win.
That sucks.
But he did win a raffle prize. He did come out of it with a new bag. He did win another golf bag as if he needs another one, right? But the winners of the tournament. So we're coming in. We're like, I'm pretty sure 62 is good. We're 10 under. Usually it's like 10 under, 11 under, 12 under wins this thing. There's not that many big-time golfers there.
14 wins that one every year at Galloping Hill.
Well, but yeah, blows it out, right? But
we tied and lost.
That 1 year we tied and lost because the PGA rules say if you tie it in a scramble event, the higher back nine score wins. And we had a 30 on the 29 on the front, 30 on the back, and the other guys had a 30 on the front and a 29 on the back. So they beat us in a tiebreaker. But similar situation, they go up and they said the winning score was a 60. We had shot a 62. So it was 12 under was the winner. The guys didn't even know they shot it. Like, it was very weird. She said the names. They were all surprised. And one guy goes, we shot a 60? I was like, wait a minute, wait, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
That's what he said. We shot us. We were sitting at the next table, right next to them. There were 4 guys, every single one of them collecting AARP. They're all over 70 years old. One guy looks to the other guy and goes, we shot a 60? Like, come on. But anyway, These guys also bought about $600 worth of fucking raffle tickets, and they won every single door prize you could possibly imagine.
Did you know you won a prize at the last tournament? You came late, so you didn't collect, but your brother said...
My brother took an umbrella and a hat, and he told me that I wasn't going to get...
Drizzle stick. Drizzle stick.
I
don't know. That's what it was called. It's a drizzle stick, and I never heard of it. And it was a skinny... I guess, but it was like it wasn't like a golf. It wasn't like the big ones. It was the drizzle stick. I guess they call it a drizzle stick because I guess it's small.
It goes in your bag and just covers your clubs, maybe.
Maybe.
I'm going to his house this weekend. I'm gonna pull it right out of his bag and I'm gonna take it from him because that's my.
You won another thing too. I forget what it was.
Yeah.
And then I won the last thing I won, and it was a shirt that he only had an XL in. So
we know that ain't fitting.
don't
Anyway,
need-
so
don't need it.
so moving on. I'm going to talk about this for real quick. How much time? We don't have that much time.
3 minutes left.
What? Why? What's going on?
It cuts out.
We're going to have to start it up again.
Well, again.
Or we could end it.
We can't end it like this. I want to talk about Bryson DeChambeau and Brooksy. You guys catch any of that shit? These two guys hate each other, and I think it's fantastic for the game.
One of the best memes I saw was it gave a TV rating list of golf, and the Masters was up here. The last tournament they just played, the PGA Championship, was up here when Phil's playing, and then it was anytime Tiger's playing was up here. And then it was like if Bryson and Brooks were partners.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, if the PGA wants to actually get millions and millions of people to tune in, they put the two of them together.
Yeah.
I can't
you get
wait.
Like Jake Paul and Kevin Hart versus.
I can't. Forget about the match. I want to see them in a major on Sunday, paired up. At the end, coming down.
See, I don't know. I'm a little out of it. Why do they hate each other so much?
Well, Jeremy, let's talk about this. You correct me if I'm wrong. I believe the beef between the two of them started when they were paired together about 2 years ago, when Bryson DeChambeau's pace of play was super slow. And everybody was getting on him for taking time. I mean, the guy's doing aquatic equations. He's doing equations all over the damn course, and he was taking too long to play. And he was turning around like, well, fucking deal with it. Like, I'm using all the time that I could possibly use within the rules. And Brooks had a problem with it because Brooks is one of those guys that just walks up to the ball and hits it, a la John Daly, like Dustin. They just get up to the ball and hit. They don't fuck around. They don't waste any time, which I think is actually better for people in the head. But Bryson, he's doing a million different things. Wind trajectory, this, that, the other way. Everybody else is just like he's a pain in the ass. And Brooks tweeted out something about that, right? That's where it kind of started, right? And they've been going back and forth ever since. And it's been putting Twitter all over the place. It's been absolutely phenomenal watching the two of these people can't stand each other. And when Dad.
Someone said something to someone's caddy. I think Bryson said something to Brooks's caddy, and then Brooks confronted him the next day on the range, and that really started that.
Do you know what he said?
I don't.
Oh, what the fuck?
I don't.
But that's kind of where it started, and I'm telling you right now, that is must-see TV. I'd love to see the two of them fight. I would love to see the two of them actually get into a fist fight on the golf course. That would be absolutely spectacular. Speaking of fighting, have you seen the Mike Tyson documentary, the 2-part series they had on ABC? I think it was ABC, or one of the networks had it. Oh my God. I was halfway through it before we started filming the second episode. Crazy. Dude, it's so bananas. It goes deep into the trials, the rape trials, the Givens, it's just fucking awesome. Dyson was just one of my guys growing up. I love that son of a bitch. He was awesome to watch, but obviously had some problems. But what do we got? We got a minute left, less than a minute. Yeah. All right. I want to hit you with a couple of jokes that my father-in-law sent me. I don't know if they're very funny or not, but let's just.
Are we going to cut out here soon? Less than 30 seconds.
Going to cut off? So what I'm going to say? Do me a favor, everybody. Keep it inside the leather?
Yeah. Why not?
All right. Well, I'll do that. Folks, appreciate you joining us. This episode is brought to you by Golficity. Philly Booker, thanks for joining us, pal.
Anytime.
We got to get you in studio. We got to get you fired up. And Jeremy, thanks for everything, pal. You're the best. All right, buddy? Do us a favor. Keep it inside the leather.